David Roger, General Counsel for the Las Vegas Police Protective Association, and here with me is Mike Ramirez. He's an officer and a Director of Governmental Affairs. Mike, we're going to talk a little bit about the legislature, but I want to talk to you about your role as the chairman of the PAC committee and your ongoing contact with elected officials after they have our endorsement. Tell us a little bit about the PAC committee and your ongoing relationship, and then we'll talk about judges.
Basically, the PAC committee, David, consists of multiple agencies here from North Vegas, Henderson, NAPSO, FOP. We all come together in one room, and when the candidates come in for whatever office they want to run for, be it judge, county commission, city council, we thoroughly ask them questions, vet it, and then collectively the group decides on who we ultimately endorse at the end. Between the groups, not just one association, one person. It's collectively the whole group in there that decides who we're going to endorse by how the candidate performs.
I know that there's some organizations that endorse candidates, and then after the candidate wins, they don't talk to them for another four years. But you've developed relationships with candidates, and you have ongoing relationships. Talk about that.
Sure. Basically, what it is we try to keep in contact with them, see if they need anything from us, or likewise, if anything that they can do that we need from them. We keep that line of communications open where I'll be able to pick up the phone, call the mayor, commissioners, city council folks, even judicial folks to say, hey, we're hearing this, or, is there anything you could do to try to lessen the burden or, make it easier for our officers out there.
Sure. The legal system is a little bit different in as much as even though we endorse candidates, we can't dive in on an officer's case. For example, an officer gets divorced and the officer doesn't like the way the judge ruled. We really have to leave it to the attorneys to handle, and we can't go and contact the judge ex parte and try to influence the judge. But on the other hand, if there are ongoing issues with a judge's demeanor, temperament, treatment of officers solely because they're officers, we do have contact with judges and the chief judge. And just recently we had several officers complain about a judge who it appeared to them that they were being singled out as police officers and not just being treated as any other litigant. And so you had a conversation with the chief judge in family court here recently?
Correct, that's correct. All we want to do is, we ask, our members reach out to us if they have any issues with any judges or any elected official they come in contact with. Let us know because, like you said, we deal with them on a day-to-day basis, but we don't know what our officers' interactions are with them. We want to know good, bad, or indifferent. Hey, this judge did this, or this commissioner did this to me, so we could address that. Likewise, the situation you're talking about, we had multiple calls regarding, certain judges, and we went to the chief judge, and basically our officers don't want any special treatment. We just want to be treated the same, as any other citizen out there. But it seemed to be, once the judges found out they were officers, we were treated differently. So we addressed that with the chief judge, and he assured us, he was going to take care of it. And likewise, he said, this is stuff he needs to hear about. So it was a good conversation to be able to have with him for our officers.
Well, let's switch gears. The legislative session, the 2017 legislative session is set to start Monday morning?
Correct, February 6th.
And so you are moving up to Carson City for a few months?
Yes, that's correct.
Talk to us a little bit about your role as both a lobbyist and the Director of Governmental Affairs as it relates to the legislature.
Basically, like you said, it's going to start Monday, February 6th, and it goes until June 1st as the last day of session. And we have different bills from last session, 2015 session. We're just trying to get clarified to help better our officers. And my job up there is to make sure anyone coming with a bill that's going to affect our officers, PERS, collective bargaining, rights of peace officers. We're there to make sure if there is any change, it's for the good of our officers. But if they're trying, every year, there's an attack against, public employees, police officers, it's nonstop. So it's constantly playing defense to try to make sure nothing gets past us to try to hurt our officers. And then on the flip side of that, we work hand in hand with Chuck Calloway, who's the director of the department's Governmental Affairs, who deal with more of the laws, stricter penalties, harsher punishments and stuff like that. And we're always working hand in hand with them to make it, once our officers do put someone in jail, they'll be able to stay there a while and not have to deal with them constantly.
So the department's focus is primarily criminal laws and criminal procedure, and your focus is collective bargaining and PERS, or our retirement plans.
Correct.
And so, for the most part, you can work hand in hand with the department, but there are times, I suppose, when we may, be on opposite ends of the aisle.
Sure.
Well, listen, we appreciate you taking time away from your family and your loved ones to go up to Carson City and spend all that time. I know that some people think it's just a big party up in Carson City, but having spent some time up in the legislature myself as the district attorney, I know that it's a lot of hard work and it's long hours, so thank you for doing that.
No problem.
And thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, please contact me at PPA or email me at droger@lvppa.com. Thank you.